Turkish ground troops have crossed into northern Syria as part of Ankara's campaign to rid the border area of Kurdish fighters, Turkey's PM says. Binali Yildirim said the aim was to establish a 30 km 19-mile safe zone deep inside Syria. Turkish reports say. But the Kurdish YPG militia says it has repelled Turkish troops in Afrin. Turkey's operation, announced Saturday, risks increasing tensions with the U.S., which was supporting the YPG in the fight against Islamic State jihadists. The YPG Syrian Kurdish People's Protection Units is part of a U.S.-backed alliance with a number of ethnic Arab militias called the Syrian Democratic Forces SDF. The SDF has said it will have no choice but to defend itself if attacked. What is happening in Afrin? Turkish troops, accompanied by pro-Turkey rebels from the Free Syrian Army, have already advanced some 5 kilometers 3 miles into Syrian territory, state-run Anadolu news agency reported. No further details about the 30 kilometers security zone were given. But a spokesperson for the YPG, Nouri Mahmoudi, said the group had managed to repel Turkish troops, and they were forced to retreat. Turkey's military said it had hit 45 targets on Sunday. As part of its air and ground campaign dubbed Olive Branch, it earlier said it had taken out 153 targets belonging to Kurdish militants, although it is unclear if this includes Sunday's figures. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan vowed on Sunday to crush the Kurdish fighters in Syria, as well as the outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party PKK. Our jets took off and started bombing. And now, the ground operation is underway. Now we see how the YPG are fleeing in Afrin, he said. We will chase them. God willing, we will complete this operation very quickly. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad condemned the incursion on Sunday. French Foreign Minister Jean-Yves Le Drian says he will call for an emergency meeting at the UN Security Council over the issue. Have there been any casualties? The YPG said airstrikes on Saturday had killed at least 6 civilians and 3 fighters, with another 13 civilians wounded. One of the fighters belonged to the YPG, and the other 2 were from its all-female affiliate, spokesman Biris Kasaka said. Ankara also said there were casualties, but they were all Kurdish militants. Kurdish rockets meanwhile hit the Turkish border town of Kilis overnight, and there were reports of at least 1 fatality in another border town. Rihanli, the town's mayor, said a Syrian national had died, and another 32 were wounded, according to the NTV broadcaster. Turkey's military has been shelling the Afrin region since Thursday, a move which it said was in response to fire coming from the area. Why is Turkey targeting U.S.-backed groups, with America's backing of the YPG? Turkey's risky offensive puts Ankara in direct confrontation with its NATO ally. The BBC's Mark Lowen on the Turkish-Syrian border warns. There is also a danger that the number of those killed in the Syrian war, estimated to be 500,000, will rise again with the opening of this new front. He adds, the YPG has been a key part of the battle against Islamic State in Syria, and has been given support by the U.S. Turkey, however, believes the group has links to the banned PKK, and has for several months been threatening to clear Kurdish fighters from Afrin and another city, Manbij, which lies 100 kilometers away. Turkey was angered when the U.S. announced it would help the SDF alliance build a new border security force to prevent the return of his. President Erdogan called the border force a terror army. The YPG and SDF deny any terrorist links, a claim backed by the U.S. government. How have key players reacted? Many Western powers are urging restraint, with the U.S. and France both saying the focus should be on the fight against IS. Russia, a key ally of Syria's Bashar al-Assad, said it was concerned by the news and withdrew some of its troops based in the area. Moscow will take up the issue at the UN Security Council and demand Turkey halt its military operations. According to Russian Senator Franz Klintsevich, who is the deputy chairman of the Defense and Security Committee, President Assad said the brutal Turkish aggression on Afrin was part of Ankara's policy of support for terrorism in Syria. Turkey's foreign minister on Saturday said he had discussed the military offensive with his American counterpart, but no details of the conversations were provided.